Chapter 14. Disease, its cause, and cure continued. Emerson the philosopher says that a sick man is a villain, and Thomas Henry Huxley, the scientist, has foretold the present new thought that would lead to a stage of enlightenment when a man who becomes ill will be regarded as a fool or criminal. The time is not far distant when people will be ashamed to parade before the public their real or fancied ills, for those ills will condemn them. Those who suffer from disease of any character, whether mental or physical, real or imaginary, can quickly cure themselves by consciously adhering to the following instructions. The first thing to be done is to cease worrying, for worry of itself produces that which one fears. To continue to worry is equivalent to self-destruction. The more people worry, the more they lessen their chances of recovery, for they are continually attracting the thoughts of others who worry. The force of this mentalism consistently increases until the mind is so burdened that it cannot even keep up the daily repair of the system that is necessary, to say nothing of its inability to gain headway on the greater destruction which is the cause of the illness. After the person has decided firmly and positively that he will throw off the influence which has been causing him to worry, he must next direct his thoughts toward recovery and think healthful, hopeful, generous thoughts, letting them fill every moment of his time. It is impossible to pluck out the unhealthful thoughts and leave a vacuum, for nature will not permit it. But he can fill his brain and occupy his mind with good, healthy thoughts, and then there will be no place left for the unwelcome thoughts, and therefore they can no longer trouble him. As every man is owned by the thoughts he attracts and cultivates, he should then cultivate those of health and contentment. In addition to this, he should, during each hour of the day, mentally command the blood in his system to circulate more freely and carry away the waste tissues that are poisoning the healthy cells, and also order all the organs of the body to perform their natural functions and supply new material for the construction of the healthy tissue. If he has perfect confidence in his authority to command, his orders will be obeyed. Every faculty of the body is a servant of the mind. It is therefore our duty to teach each faculty to instantly obey our wishes. Would we stand by and see a servant destroy a house or furniture without asserting our authority to check the destruction? It is not at all probable. Then why should we permit the servants of our physical body to destroy the structure in which we live? If man is careless and does not respect his own house, he should not expect his servants to take an interest in it, for servants only work under the order of their superiors. To assist nature in throwing off disease, one must judiciously use food and take a sufficient amount of sleep at night. He should take some exercise every day, but he must not exhaust his strength and reserve force so that it is impossible for the servants to replenish it in the few hours he sleeps. If he keeps his mind constantly occupied with interesting, hopeful thoughts, it will quickly get out of harmony with the thoughts of those who worry and have diseased bodies. When he has succeeded in overcoming this influence, he will then attract and come into harmony with people possessing hopeful, cheerful minds. Their mentalistic influence will help create happiness and contentment, and as if by a miracle, the person will regain health and strength. Sometimes the mind loses interest in the body it inhabits on account of uncongealed environments, the locality, or its mental associates. It realizes that under the existing conditions, it can have no opportunity to follow the career for which it is adapted, or to fill a position that will be in harmony with its talents. And seeing that hopes, desires, and efforts are being wasted upon unfruitful soil, it becomes discouraged. If it is not in harmony with the thoughts of those in the locality in which it is living, it will earnestly desire to free itself that it may go to more congenial fields. In its effort to accomplish this purpose, it will neglect the body and allow it to become diseased, much as a man allows his house to go to ruin, because he dislikes the locality and his neighbors. So long as such thought exists in the mind, health and strength cannot be restored. A change of locality to one where the environments and mental associates will be more congenial is advisable. By making the change, the life of the body can be prolonged many years. It is a fact notice by observing people that while one person will always have poor health in a certain locality, another person of different tastes and character will enjoy his best health in that particular place. When we inquire into the cause of it, we learn that the one who had poor health was discontented and out of harmony with the surroundings, while the other was contented and happy because it appealed to his nature. That which was congenial to one was disagreeable to the other. All conditions that tend to produce contentment of mind are cures for disease. All things that cause trouble and unhappiness create disease. When one's duty to others seems to make it necessary for him to retain in a locality that is uncongenial or in the society of people who are unpleasant, he can overcome these unfavorable conditions and gain happiness if he will be guided by the following advice. Let him turn his thoughts during his spare moments toward congenial subjects and seek at a distance, by means of mentalism, for the association of thoughts that will harmonize with his. He should practice the concentration exercises and in that way mentally attract to himself the thoughts and sympathy of those to whom he cannot go in the flesh. By consciously persevering, he will in a short time experience great happiness and contentment from his mental correspondence with others. It will fill up the vacant spots and satisfy the longings that the uncongenial thoughts will then find no place to lodge. He will in the future not live in so much for the material world, but will get his greatest pleasures from the mental world. In the course of time, the beauty and influence of his new thoughts will have their effect upon his surroundings and associates, and he will behold them gradually transforming until they rise up to his standard. He will then have created a new world around him, and by the use of mentalism, his old environments and associates will have been transformed into new ones. He will, by this method, have created his own destiny and will enjoy contentment, happiness, and good physical and mental health. When one first commences the work of ordering the body to throw off disease and to reconstruct new and healthy tissues, we may find that as a result of non-use, his will is not strong, and that the mental energy is not very forceful, that its actions are spasmodic and lacking in continuity of purpose. When such is the case, he will find that a little assistance from a person with a strong will or a perfectly controlled mind whose thoughts are in harmony with his will stimulate and encourage his mental efforts and aid him greatly. It is not advisable for him to depend entirely upon others, for then he would not develop and strengthen his will, and when again left to depend upon himself, would be as weak as before. The person he selects to assist him must be one who thoroughly understands the law of mentalism, one who can understand the circumstances and feel the interest and sympathy his case needs. The thoughts and habits of the assistant must be good and honorable, or his influence might injure instead of being helpful. Wisdom must be used in making the selection.